Now I'm gonna take off the big Tundra throttle body, and I'm gonna put back on my stock throttle body right here. And I also have this pulley right here, my water pump pulley. So this one is purple, but I'll probably still fail because of that. Alright, so for those of you that are interested in the difference between the stock throttle body and the bigger one, this is a stock one, 70mm. This is a Tundra one. This one is 76, but I got it ported, so as you can tell, it's very sharp on the outer edges and it's polished. Right here, you can tell now that they're side by side. I never did a comparison, so for those of you that want to see the comparison, this is what it looks like. And to remove the spacer, you just need a 5mm hex. Those 4 bolts right there, and that's pretty much it. And just like that, we got the stock throttle body back on. So I did have trouble taking off this coolant bypass, so if you guys have the same thing, just use a flathead. That's what I use. It's very hard to get off, but that's done. I also have to switch back to OEM ignition coils, do my headers, and then my full exhaust, and then that's basically it. I just have to take off the boost gauge and the AFR gauge, and then I'm hoping my ported manifold doesn't make the car like run more lean or rich or whatever it's called, but I think I'll be fine. It's just this is the only thing I can't change because I don't have another one of these. So let me not forget the pulley adapter for the supercharger. So it is a 6mm for the little hex things. So let me show you. These things are here. I already took them out. I already have the adapter too and everything. I'm gonna pull this off, and then I'm just gonna retighten everything down. So a little hack that I learned a while back when I first installed the lightweight crank pulley and when I installed the supercharger. I actually showed it in the install video, but you know, I never uploaded the install video because I never finished. But anyways, yeah, you put the 22mm right there. You make sure it's you know, lefty loosey, not righty tighty. So have it the lefty loosey way. I don't know, you guys know what I mean. And then basically you just crank the motor, and then this whole piece right here, since it's like being held on by this, it should crank the whole bolt loose. So let me go do that right now. Hopefully it's loose. Oh yeah, and just like that, guys. Let me show you that. And it's hard having to do this like this. So yes, loose, very easy. So it only works when you loosen it though, so you can't obviously use that to tighten it. So yeah, let me take this off and we'll continue on with the video. So the next thing you're gonna do, obviously take out your O2 sensors, and then from there you're just gonna want to remove these bolts right here. This is a 15mm, and then this is a 16 in the back. I got both bolts out. I got the gaskets out. So now what I'm gonna do before taking off the headers, I'm just gonna take off the whole exhaust, because I need to do that anyways. And in order to do that, I have to take off the chassis brace that I have. So if you guys have a chassis brace or whatever, remember 12mm for all the bolts, and then you could just take off all those pieces. Yeah, we finally got the chassis brace off. It's just the back piece. We got the mid pipe out, as well as the middle chassis brace. So next, the pseudo axle back, honestly, I think I'm just gonna leave it hanging for now, and I'm gonna just get started on the headers. I had to retake everything off, the intake tube, the intake box. You need the space because it is a tight fit. So the first thing you want to do is take off the oil dipstick. So you see that little bolt right there, I already loosened it up. It's a 12mm. Just take it out and then pull this whole thing out, and then from there, here you can see the header right here pretty good. So it is gonna be a 12mm that you need, and all the bolts, 3 on top, 3 on bottom, they're all 12mm. So this is what I'm gonna use. So 12mm in the ratchet, and then a 12mm wrench right here. So that's basically all you need. If I run into any issues right now, I'll let you guys know, but that's basically it. The passenger side is very easy. The most difficult side is the driver's side. So I'm probably just gonna take it off, not even gonna show you guys because it's pretty self-explanatory from here. So if I do decide to do an install for this, I'll go more into detail, but you know, since it's just, you know, going back to stock or whatever video, I'm gonna just keep it like that. But yeah guys, this side was very easy. The driver's side is the hardest part. I know this is gonna take me a while, so bear with me guys. So it's the next day. I'm still stuck on that one bolt, or one nut I should say. I had to buy a 12mm wrench with a swivel, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about right now. It's the last nut that I needed. I was working on the car for like 2 hours and I couldn't get that nut off, but I didn't have this, so this should make it fairly easy to take it off, hopefully. And yeah, after that I'll take off the right side, or the driver's side header, and I should have both headers off. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So the last nut that I need is literally right there. Pretty sure you guys can see it. This one right there. I have all the other nuts off, and that's the only one that I had trouble with. So the way I'm gonna get it is through here. I'm gonna put the wrench and just try to break it loose, so wish me luck. Alright guys, and finally, just like that, we got both headers off. So it's been about a week. All I've really needed were the stock OEM headers, and you know, I finally got them. They're right here. So I want to give a quick shout out to JoeCo_IS350. He has a supercharged IS350 as well. He's been documenting the whole process. I think all he needs to do now is get it tuned, so he's just been waiting on RR Racing for that. So if you guys want to check out his Instagram, everything right here, he did a very good job at documenting everything. Like, I didn't even go that much into detail like he did, so definitely check him out if you guys are interested in supercharging the IS350. Very cool guy. Pretty sure he'll answer all the questions you guys have. So yeah, let's get straight into it. I'm just gonna put everything back. So I'm not gonna show you guys the process of putting everything back on because, you know, I already showed you how to take it off. So hopefully I start the car tonight. It's 6 o'clock, Monday, November 4th. So let's get straight into it. So it's the final day. I had a very long day today, finally. The stock intake box, stock intake tube, stock header, stock mid pipe. I do still have the Tsudo axle back, so overall car is 100% stock. I flashed the stock file, should be good to go. Need to wash the car. The car is very dirty, but yeah, let's take it out and take it for a spin. So right now I don't have time to go wash it, but I am gonna go pump some gas, and then I'll do a couple pulls, see how slow the car feels now.